Today's main project was building this mailbox. It's now sitting in the concrete hardening, so I got it all braced up, and it's weird, but that's what you got to do to get it to sit straight. So it was getting to the point where my house back in Illinois is going to be sold soon, and I need this to be my primary address and mailing and that. So this was a priority that kind of needed to get done right away. I got the idea to put it in a bucket from my father. Back up in Illinois at his house, whenever he would set a post directly in the ground, without fail, every winter when the snow would pile up, a snowplow would come by and just demolish it. So he put it in a bucket, and then the bucket inside of a flower pot like this. Just make it a little bit more decorative. So I figured that I'd follow that lead, and I think that's going to work nicely. So I had been driving around all in this area, just looking at other people's mailboxes to see how does people really rural do it. And there's 1,000 different ways it's rigged up. So this is actually going to be more attractive than a lot of the ways people have it. But I mean, there's even some that they did the bucket thing too, but they didn't even use concrete. They just threw some rocks or bricks or something in there, and the box is all crooked hanging in there. It looks terrible, but whatever. That's the freedom of living out rural like this, is you can live the way you want to. But I've got it set such that the bucket's level, but the box itself is just slightly tilted towards the road. I figure that way if the mail driver ever leaves the door open on it and it's raining, the water will rush out rather than just sitting in and soaking my mail up. So if you're ever going to install something like this out rurally, I mean, one of the first things is just going to the post office, because they're going to have the driver come to your driveway and take a look and see where they want the mailbox located. They're going to tell you to put it on one side of the road or the other, and how high off of the ground to have it measured up to. And then also buying the box itself, because the boxes aren't universal. The way they're mounted onto the post is different on each one. So you decide on a size. This is called a large. There was actually an extra large, which to me looked like a giant monstrosity I had no need for. But depending on the size packages and things you expect to get, you can determine that for yourself. So you bring it home and you open it up. You got to take it out of the box and look to see where the drill holes and everything is in it and how it recommends to mount it. So the holes in mine actually didn't work on a 4x4. So underneath here I have a 1x6. So the box is screwed into the 1x6, and then the 1x6 is mounted up on to the 4x4 post here. And I like the 4x4. That's pretty strong. That's going to hold up well. I had hammered in about a dozen long nails into the post to help bite into the concrete a little bit better. And also tossed in some rocks into the batch because, hey, no shortage of rocks in the mountains. So the concrete's going to cure overnight, and by tomorrow afternoon I should be able to go stick it out at the road. And then all you lovely ladies out there will finally have somewhere you can send those love letters you've been writing me.